from the 18% which we encountered here in 1986, 87. The problem, however, is that we are getting new infections. 54,000 new infections occurred in 2021. This was a bit lower than a few years ago when 70,000 new ones were being infected. But still, 54,000 is a big number. It's a big number. Now, of the new people who are being infected, many of them are between 15 years and 24 years. Our young people are getting infected. We have made gains in reducing AIDS death, which dropped from approximately 25,000 in 2015 per year, but we are still losing 17,000 people every year from AIDS. So people are still dying from AIDS. Why? Because even when they are put on the drugs, they don't take them consistently. Again, they neglect. You can imagine now. So you see how many people are dying from when they shouldn't die. Ebola, people are dying when they shouldn't die. Corona, people are dying when they shouldn't die. Malaria, people are dying when they shouldn't die. Now, AIDS, even when there is medicine to prolong life, they don't follow, and we do 17,000 every year. But also, on the issue of AIDS, I saw a danger in the messages. The messages were saying now, take antiretroviral drugs. When you take them, you don't die. And you live a fairly normal life. However, when I checked, can somebody who is living on drugs against AIDS, can he do, for instance, can he join the army and do army work? They say no. If you put him under physical pressure, he will collapse. So, please, a form of PWD, person with a disability. Yes, you will not die, but you will not use your full potential. And when we talk of exertion, it is not just only physical exertion. I think even mental, intellectual. Because, for instance, we had one of our people who was doing, who was living, supported by these drugs, but went for a course, not physical, but course for writing, reading, and he died. I know somebody, one of our very good people. Yeah. So the disability which AIDS brings you is not only from physical. For me, I saw I saw even intellectual, mental exertion can lead to the collapse. So therefore, my message is please avoid getting AIDS so that you get you use your full potential in your life. It's absolutely unnecessary to get AIDS that you are looking for temporary pleasure for a few minutes, then you get a problem all your life, even if you don't die. But there are certain things you cannot do. It cuts on your potential. So the answer is avoid. This should be the message. And if you see the statistics, you'll see that some parts of the country don't have AIDS. Karamoja only 1%. 1 person out of 100 in Karamoja. And yet they have polygamy, but they're disciplined in their system there. Yumbe, West Nile, very low. 1%. But in other areas, some of them go up to 16%. So it is really behavior. Behavior is the main issue. And that's what should be emphasized. Instead of emphasizing so many other things, condom use, I don't know what. Why do you have to go with people whom you don't trust? Why? What are you looking for? What are you looking for exactly? Sex should be very intimate with people you 100% sure of. Otherwise, is it water that if you don't have sex, or air? Because the other time I told you that I was speaking about something and I did research. I found that if you don't get air for 6 minutes, you die. I think water you take, I don't know how many days. Food you take almost a month. Now, if you don't have sex from an unsure source, what will happen to you? People are just lost. Why should you have sex from an unsure source? What for? What are you looking for? Otherwise, if you eat water that if you don't have sex. Therefore, on the issue of AIDS, my message is, yes, the ones who are already infected, they should get drugs and stay on them. We don't want these 17,000 who are dying every year. But secondly, don't get infected at all, because when you get infected, yes, you will have the life-prolonging diseases, but still it reducts on your potential. So those are the points I wanted to mention on health. Now on the issue of crime, you have been hearing incidents of, first we had the attack on General Katumba, where his daughter died and another person, and Katumba was injured. Then you had attacks on police posts. There were attacks in the Bukomero area. Then the other day you had some attack in Busika. And recently we had a cross-border incursion from Congo. Now, some of it is pure crime. Like, for instance, the people who killed a soldier at Gaddafi barracks and were later killed, and the guns recovered in Jinja, Uganda area. This was just a crime. A soldier was using a gun to rob. Then he was arrested, then he escaped, then came back and killed a soldier, but eventually he was gunned down. So that was mainly crime for money. But the incidents of these police posts and the attack on Katumba was by elements connected to ADF and another group of some people operating out of South Africa. These are the ones who were in the Chiboga area. But as I told you, it's really foolishness to think that you can commit crime in Uganda under the NRM and you survive. As I speak, and you remember I told you that the other time when we were having the end of the year, I told you that anybody who kills people will be arrested or killed if he tries to resist. So I can give some incidents here. On 31st October 2022, an estimated 7 criminals attacked Busika police station in Ruero, during which they killed 2 police officers, robbed 2 guns, and set the station ablaze. So they thought they had disappeared when they did that. Now, the problem with the crime, there's no way you can go and commit a crime and you don't leave traces. Whenever you commit a crime, there's no way you will not leave traces. Oba akantu ako nankabira okavunule kanvunulira akantu ako kateeke mu lulimi olwa wano Great Lakes.
President agamba nti kizibu nnyo okuzza omusango ng'ogwo ogw'okutta abantu n'otolekaawo buufu oba n'otalekaawo obubonero.
Yes.
Obuyamba bano abantu abajja okulondoola ne bamanya ani abadde mu kikolwa ekyo. Emirundi egisinga buli wabeerawo kitta abantu ekyekikanga ekyo era wabeerawo obuufu, wabeerawo abajja okuwondera obubonero bwe balabirako.
These people thought they were very clever, but of course there were cameras which saw them. Although they had covered their heads, there were cameras which saw them. There were other signs, and the police kept looking for them. Later on the 9th of December 2022, a group of criminals using the same mode of attack as in Busika attacked Chabadaza police station along Masaka Road, during which they rescued 2 suspects from police custody, killed two civilians, and set station ablaze. But now, balekawo obubonero bwesagala kumenya wano. They left there some signs which I don't want to reveal to you here. Now, using those signs which they left now, security forces have been hunting for these groups until Friday, 16th December 2022, when police teams raided the suspected ADF cell in Maganjo, where 2 suspects were arrested. And then, after arresting them, they found out that these were ADF connected with Congo and so on. And then, of course, the security forces got more Bobonero now, more clues. And then they confirmed that the ones who had attacked Usika police station on the 31st of October, killing the 2 policemen and robbing. And then they confirmed that the ones who had attacked Usika police station on the 31st of October, killing the 2 policemen and robbing the 2 guns. They are the ones who killed the cow of Buko. You remember there was a cow of Buko who was killed. He was called Mr. Gwang at Matuga. Now, following this more information, police intensified the hunt for their accomplices until the night of the 18th December 2022 at 23 hours, which is 11 p.m. at night, when police teams raided an ADF cell in Chitomatuga, where 2 terrorists were shot dead, namely Mwanguzi, Abdul Shakur, and Hajuli Akim. 2 SMGs were recovered, and explosives in bags recovered and safely detonated by the police bomb squad. Evidence of detonators and other explosives and metro bars were found. Initial police forensic analysis has confirmed that one of the recovered guns is the very one the criminals robbed when they attacked Busika police station, while the second one was robbed from a private security guard at Rugoba Kawempe police station in September 2022. So now, this group now is fully accounted for. There are still a few members of their group whom they are hunting. Then there was another group who attacked a police patrol in Kapeka. On 26 November 2022, around 22 hours, that's 10 o'clock at night, criminals ambushed a joint UPDF police patrol in Kapeka, killing Private Tufeyo Obed. The joint patrol reacted quickly and killed 2 attackers, namely Sekimpi Dennis and Tarasisi Marengera, a Burundian by nationality, and recovered 1 SMG. From the initial forensic analysis of the weapon recovered and documents, police were able to confirm that Sekimpi Dennis was not alone. Because what we have done, what the police did, they fingerprinted all the guns in Uganda. These guns have fingerprints. The fingerprints. So, if you use a gun, we can know which gun it is you used on commit a crime. You had a group of other criminals that were engaged in robberies and murders in Chiboga, Mitiana, and Mbare. 7 incidents of murder and robbery were confirmed to have been linked to Sekimpi Dennis and his group in Chiboga, Busunju, Kapeka, and Mbare, Malaba. Police carried out further operations to completely neutralize Sekimpi's group with the following results. 2 criminals killed in action. 2 guns recovered in Kapeka and Mbare. 9 suspects have been arrested and have evidence has confirmed that they were in all these above incidents. They are to appear in court. 16 Burundians who were believed to have links with the Sekimpi group were arrested and handed over to immigration for deportation. Now, I have already told you about the ones who attacked Gaddafi barracks. Those were killed again. I've already told you about those. And the ones of Katumba, some were killed, some were arrested. They are now in court. Then there were people who had thrown a petrol bomb at the police station here. Those also have been arrested. Then the Bijambia groups were arrested. You remember the Bijambia massacre? They were arrested. Then maybe let me read this one for you. I'm just going through the file just to show you how these fellows are wasting time, but I will come to that. On 25th November 2021, criminals ambushed a UPDF patrol in Wakiso Town Council, where they hacked 2 UPDF soldiers using machete and took 1 gun. Later, on 7th December 2021, they attacked police in Busunju, during which they killed 2 police officers and robbed 2 SMGs. Lastly, on 16th December 2021, they attacked Nakaso's police post in Kiboga, during which they killed 2 police officers and robbed 2 police guns. So they think they were very clever now. Following these attacks, police and the UPDF, with the support of intelligence agencies, launched full-scale operations and arrested 22 suspects who revealed that they belonged to a rebel group called Uganda Coalition Forces for Change under one Ndugwa Frank Semogere, who initially escaped arrest but was later arrested from Kenya and brought back for trial by the General Court Martial. All the five robbed AK-47 SMGs were recovered. The 22 suspects, including their overall commander, one Semogere Ndugwa, have been charged before the General Court Martial of offenses of murder, aggravated robberies, and so on. So that group is totally accounted for. Now, lastly, the other day, when I was in the US, a group of 40 came from Congo. That they were coming to I think this is the one. Let me read it for you. On 13th December 2022, at around 600 hours, early morning, that is saa 12 za usiku. You know, there is confusion by the English. They say 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, morning is, for us, we count from the first hour of the night. So here we are talking about Shai Kumineviri Zechiro. From, it's now, I think now, it must be now about the 3rd hour of the night. So you go on counting until 12 hours. So Shai Kumineviri Zumuka, saa 12 za asubuhi, za usiku. The civilians called on the UPDF border detachers of Chapa and Kayanja 1 by use of telephones and informed the soldiers that the enemy had crossed River Semuliki and entered on our side. Quickly, the border detachments informed their commanding officer, 8 Mountain Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Saul Bishusha Nabimanya. He organized assault squads who advanced using convergence battle formations, approaching from 4 approach routes. They intercepted and attacked the enemy around the villages of Chapa, Chove, Kayanja 2, Bweramure Junction. That enemy group came from Mambasa territory at the river Ituri, in Ituri province, in a bigger group which crossed Eringeti Commander Road, that is inside Congo, and entered Irumu territory to areas of Tokomeka and Berutu, whereby on the 11th of December 2022, our joint forces of 83 Battalion and 1 Commando Battalion and the Congolese army attacked it and killed 30 terrorists and captured 8 guns from them. Inside Congo now, that's where our people attacked them and killed 30 of them. And on the 11th of December, and captured 8 guns and rescued 19 abductees. That bigger group was under a rebel commander called Mzee Mayor or something like that, and another called Rafiki, who are coming to join another enemy commander called Mahamudu Rumisa, of the place called Maitatu. Thereafter, that thorough beating, when they were beaten inside Congo, the enemy commander, Mahamudu Rumisa, sent this group of 40 fighters to come to Uganda, kill civilians and loot their properties. In their foolishness, they thought that now that they are being beaten in Congo, if they come to Uganda, maybe either Uganda is the soldiers are less or what. I don't know what they thought. After the total defeat of this criminal group, since 13 December 2022 to date, the results are as follows. There were 40, 21 killed, 15 captured alive, 17 SMGs and 2 machine guns captured, 4 IEDs, improvised explosive devices, captured, 337 bullets of SMG captured, 75 bullets of machine gun captured, 15 handset phones, I think these are mobile phones, 5 radio walkie-talkies, on our side, 1 soldier was killed, 1 soldier was wounded, 1 civilian was killed, 2 civilians were injured. So therefore, out of the 40 who crossed into Uganda, 36 are either dead or captured. The one we don't know where they are 4. Combing operations are ongoing to account for the 4 remnants. But we suspect they could have probably drowned in the river. One of their commanders called Yakute could have died, could have drowned. The other 2 commanders were killed because they were identified, Madison and Chieswa, somebody called Chieswa. So therefore, I am saying all this to really, first of all, inform Ugandans not to worry about these people, these groups. The UPDF is so strong. It's just a joke to think that you can come and run around supported by the police, by the intelligence service. There's no way you can come with guns here and you think you will survive. Yes, you may survive day 1, day 2, but in the end you will die. Now, their only salvation has been Congo under President Kabila, who allowed them to stay there, have gardens, have what? Steal people's property, steal. They grow cocoa in that part of Congo. They grow a lot of cocoa. During the harvest season, these terrorists would come and harvest people's cocoa and sell it. With our operation there, this is the first time the Congolese have harvested the wananchi, have harvested the cocoa and sold it. That's why the UPDF is very popular with the wananchi in Eastern Congo. So now that His Excellency Tshisekedi allowed us to operate there, there's no way they will survive there. In their foolishness, they think that the forest is something big. After the forest is easy for us, it's easier to operate in the forest than even in the other areas. We see them by day, we see them by night. And that's why we attack them, either by infantry attacks or even by long-range weapons from very far. So when they now run from there, like these ones, to try and hide in the population, again, we are ready for them. So two things. First, I want to assure the Ugandans that please don't, just be vigilant. Just be vigilant. Because when you are vigilant, like the Chabad as a group, how we got them eventually, it was partly through the vigilance of the people. Because they came to reconnoiter first. So the people saw some people whom they didn't know in the area who had come to spy. They got them. That's how, that was one of the, some of the clues. Now, you heard that in the case of the border, in Toroko, the Wananchi, so these people telephoned the army, and the army came and finished them. So the only thing we need from the public is vigilance, because the criminals will leave signs. If you see somebody who is suspicious, you contact the security forces. The rest will be easy. So Ugandans, don't worry yourselves. Number one, don't worry about these people. Because I see people talking, saying security, what? Please, please. If you have got blood pressure from other causes, go for treatment. But don't develop blood pressure on account of insecurity. There will be no insecurity in Uganda. Number two, be vigilant to see somebody who is funny and report. The rest will be very easy. But number three is for these terrorists themselves. I'm telling you that wherever you are, we shall get you. And now, when we have been operating, we have been getting more information. Who is who? We even know their names. Initially, we didn't know their names. We know everybody, their names. We are now looking for them. So the only, and then they are unfortunately taking young people, young children. Do you have those pictures on this? Those young children who.
What is what?
You can see that one.
Zainab. Shamsi. Shamsi rinyanga lunjiri awa. Shamsi. Biabachaiza.
Those are the soldiers. Soldiers.
Ine miaka emeka 14 soko tulekwa na kamera 14 miaka 14 ogera ulemechi kabila yo Mungara Bangala bogera ulemechi Ngala kati kitegeeza omanyi lulinga ate Oluganda baluyigiramu Munsiko. Basomesa yo. Basomesa Uganda.
Olugira kubaako nga balogera.
Nga balogera eh? Lulimi gy'olulala lw'omanyi. Oluswayiri. Olulingala boogera bati babuuza batya mu lulingala. Bwe njagala okubuuza. Just kubuuza. Nga ku makya kati nga mu Uganda mbuuza nti baso. Leero mu lulingala babuuza bati. Tekyajjukira. Kati waliwo bye njagala nkubuuzeeko. Bwe kubuuza ng'oziramu just tukakole speed okugenda okola ebirala. Ogambye bakuyita ani Zainabu ani Chemusi. Ogambye ena emyaka 14. Oli mu Lingala. Okay. Kumbe mwe Kongo temwina gundi, temwina district, temwina province. Province yabagita bati. Tomanyi. Naye nga tawuni eri kumpi bagita bati. Beni. Kitegeeza kumpi ne Beni. Then ekyalo osobola okuba mu kimanyi. Wali? Tokimanyi. Ekyalo kyebakuzaalamu. Kyebakuzaala. Kisangani. Ate kati. Myaka nga 7. Wayingira otya? Ani yakutwala? Mukwano gwa tatawo? Kumbe ogambye tata bamuyita ani? Abdulhakim. Ng'abeerawo.
Mukwano gwa tatawo?
Tatawo.
Tata wange ng'ali Yumbe.
Ali Yumbe? Akyali e Yumbe oba aliwo?
Simanyi kati saa zino gy'ali.
Saa zino tomanyi?
Kati Yumbe yaliwa? Kati Nambi yaliwa?
Kakati? Oyo mukwano gwa tatawo bamuyita ani?
Bamuyita Mambo.
Mambo. Ate linyeera.
Linyeera ekisamba bamuyita Abdulnur.
Abdulnur Mambo. Ng'abeerawo?
Ng'abeera
Buyale? Kakati Yumbe mukwano gwa tatawo yajja n'akuno naye. Yakugamba?
Yagamba tata wange asaba agende nange. Asaba agende nange nsome obusiraamu.
Asaba agende naawe osome obusiraamu? Okay. Kati ne muvaayo paka. Mwava Yumbe mwagenda paka?
Twajja mpaka Arua.
Paka Arua? Ebeera ng'otunula mukama. Wajja ne mukwano gwa tatawo ne tatawo paka Arua?
Kati netumala Arua nga wiiki. Netuvaawo mpaka Bweyali.
Arua saidi kye mwali?
Awo kumpi ne ekisaawe ky'ennyonyi.
Kumpi ne airport? Wani? Waffe. Nawo bamu?
Taata yapangisa bupangisa.
Taata yapangisa? Ne mujja paka Buyale? Buyale mwatuukira wani?
Twatuukira ku masjidi ya Sekaratibu.
Musigiti gwa? Sekaratibu. Buyale? Sekaratibu yaliwo?
Yaliwo.
Yabagamba ki?
Teyatugamba kintu
yabaniriza?
Okay. Awo Buyale mwamalawo bbanga ki?
Twamalawo olunaku lumu.
Mbogambye musigiti ki?
Ogwa Sekaratibu.
Sekaratibu. Buyale?
Buyale mu tawuni?
Mu tawuni.
Mwamalawo olunaku lumu?
Mwasulawo?
Era awo ku musigiti gwa Sekaratibu.
Okay. Ne mugenda wa? Kati we mwavaawo?
Olwo muvudde awo?
Netuvaawo ne tujja Busi.
Gwe naani?
Busiya? Busi, gwe naani okuva?
Nze ne mukwano gwa tata.
Kati nga tata we yasigadde?
Nga ye tumulesaawo.
Nga mumulesaawo Buyale? Ye mukwano gwa tata we? Kumba kambi wa mwitani? Mambo. Ili ekisiramu? Abdunur. Ne mugenda paka Busia? Aha, Busia mwatuuka. Mwatuukira wani?
Twatuukira ku muzikiti gwa oba baguyita gwa Marakazi. Marakazi. Muzikiti gwa Marakazi. Busia. N'ogusomesa yo? Sheikh Abdulhamid. Awe Busia. Aha, katwe mwatuuka. Tumala olunaku lumu.
Nga muvudde Buyale mugenze Busia. Aha, mutawuni.
Netuvaawo netujja mpaka
Poto. Nga mukweza ntambula ki?
Twava gundi, twava eri Yumbe yonna mpa Arua yonna nga tuli ku baasi.
Nga mukosa baasi? Baasi kaki?
Baby coach.
Kampi ya nani? Mabobu. Walipeleka Mabobu kwa kampi ya nani? Mkubwa ya hiyo kampi alikuwa nani? Asaka Anjola. Mabobo kama nakuja Bahacha.
Wapi?
Bahacha. Pale Bahacha kwa karibu na Mabobo. Lakini Mabobo.
Ndio na ile jina yake.
Okay.
Sasa walikamata. Ndio. Nani huyo komando mwingine na kama na kampu kwa mapo. Ulikuwa na miaka ngapi? Ukata kama.
Bali ni kamanda.
Mwaka 14. Sasa wakati mzee wa kazi. Singi mlikuwa kwa kampu mzee wa kazi. Wakati mnakuja. Mzee wa kazi ndio mkuu kwa mzee. Ndio. Sasa
Alafu kwa kampi yenyewe sema umekuwa mkubwa yao alikuwa ametaka. Sema umetokea kukuja hapa Uganda.
Kama muamini kala. Ndio
mzee wa kazi. Hiyo kampu iko sehemu gani?
Kule zaidi
za mapipa.
Okay. So now you can see those are the young children. They recruit. You can hear how they were recruiting these young children. I have not yet got the full story, whether they were already fighting or what, or whether there was. But you wonder why. Like the other boy from Arua to Busia to, the Yene she was talking, because that one is a Ugandan. The other ones are Congolese, but also captured. And the girl, you could hear she was speaking Uganda because of staying with these criminals. So the fact of the matter is that the UPDF, now that we have entered that Congo, there is no chance of these people surviving. So my advice to them and to all the adults who have been involving them, maybe they did not know the capacity of UPDF. They think that Congo, they think is far or what, but there's nowhere we cannot reach as long as the Congo government allows us. So my advice to them, now we have all the data, we have all the information, is for these people to surrender, get out of the remnants who are hiding, get out. There are some who are hiding in the trading center, because now they fear to stay in the forest, because in the forest, wherever they go, we see them. We see them by day, by night. There's no way we cannot see them. So my advice to them is get out and surrender either to the Congo army or to our units which are there. Or it is easier to surrender to the UN, doesn't matter. But get out. If you don't get out, you will die. That's the third point. Number one, Ugandans, be assured there is no threat which we cannot handle. Number two, be vigilant. Number three, you, the terrorists, get out and stop endangering people's lives and endangering your own lives. I thank you and I wish you a happy Christmas. Now, on New Year's Day, before New Year's Day, I will make again a broadcast, but this time I will concentrate on people. I'm trying to get the proper Uganda word, abakongozi. Okukongora in Runyankore is when somebody is cheating others while they are working. For him is not doing any work, pretending to do work when he's doing nothing. So, in fighting poverty, there are some people who are Okongora us. The ones we are struggling with the poverty ourselves, many Ugandans, but you find there are others who are just Okongora. What is the proper pronunciation, Nankabirwa?
Kyogedde bulungi muzeeyi okukongola abakongozi.
But there is another one of
ekirala kiri kyaffe ab'embogo okukongojja abakongozi. Abakongozi be abeetikka kabaka abamutambuza
okukongojja.
Bakongojja kabaka. Naye kati kyotegeeza
okukongojja, I thought it was like limping.
Ne limping nakwo kukongojja oli mutuufu. Naye kabaka baba bamwetisse era baba bamwetikka ku bibegabega bamukongojja. Naye kiri kyotegeeza ekyabakongozi abeebuzaabuza nga abalala bakola.
Sigenda kwogera ku birala biki simanyi ki manyi foreign affairs ku ennaku z'omwezi 31 ngenda kwogera ku abakongozi. We cannot go on working because nze siwuumula nkola bya government nkola ebyange. Now you find people are just okukongora, not bothered, playing rudo in the trading centers, especially our young people. Kati chichengenda kwogerako on the 31st. So if I can get somebody, Nankawer will come and translate for me, so that we really discuss that. Thank you, Katonda. I wish you a Merry Christmas, and on 31st, God willing, I will wish you a Happy New Year. Thank you.